The hookworm disease objective has been an absolute nightmare, but I did it, and I'm going to show you what worked for me. So I spent most of the day actually working on different methods with different dinosaurs, different species, different quantities of feeders in enclosures. So I tried having the Allosaurus and the Ceratosaurus in the same enclosure here. I then had about 30 Proceratosaurus in this one. And then I had a few Albertosaurus over in here. Tried all this, it's not working so far. I couldn't remember what I had in this one, but they did die of old age. So obviously whoever they were didn't work. I had about 15 Dilophosaurus in this one, and they died of old age as well. Again, didn't work. There was about 30 Velociraptors in this one. I mixed them with the compies, and that didn't work either. And then I had this absolute monstrosity over here with the Styracosaurus. I have compies and colis in here as well. Again, didn't work. But then here, with the Troodons, this is what worked for me. As you can see, there's not many left. The rest have died of old age. I did have about 20 or so in here, and then up in this top enclosure, I also had the Troodons and compies and colis as well. So back to the enclosure that got the hookworm with all of the Troodons. As you can see, there aren't many, as I already mentioned. So I did go through a full life cycle with these dinosaurs, so naturally it took a while in real time. I purposefully made them uncomfortable as well and used the invisible fence so that they couldn't escape, so they were trapped in here. So when they died of old age, I didn't remove the bodies, I let them naturally decompose. I also left the ranger team to automatically keep scanning them. Not sure if that was a contributing factor, but it did work for me. So as you can see as well, I did go to town with the amount of feeding stations I put down. I just figured the more that I have, the higher the chance of getting the hookworm. I did have a few enclosures that just had one feeder, meaning all of the dinosaurs had to share from that one feeder, but it didn't seem to work, so I think all of the feeders is the way. Now, something that I added that could have helped trigger the hookworms is I added a dinosaur to the park that is vulnerable to hookworms, the Styracosaurus. So I made this enclosure after the Troodon enclosure as a test to see if their vulnerability would trigger anything, and about 20 minutes later the Troodon enclosure actually got the hookworm disease. Was this random, or did the addition of the Styracosaurus actually help? I'm not too sure, but maybe try the enclosure of the Troodon and the Styracosaurus in your run and see if that works. Let me know in the comments if this did work for you or if you have a different method. I'd love to hear from you, so do all that good stuff, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in my next video.